Yes, is this Nicholas Veronico?
Speaking.
This is Nicholas Veronico.
Yes, who's this?
How you doing, Mr. Veronico? My name is Robert Bassano. I'm a graduate student. Um, I'm studying artificial intelligence at Stanford. I was wondering if you personally could be able to provide me with a little bit more detail on the Sophia platform, or if you could recommend someone I could speak to. I'm working on an application that would allow for a machine learning program to pick up and identify specific objects using high performance optical telescopes.
My instant thought is that there's a problem there because we see in the infrared.
You see in the infrared.
Yeah, so Stratospheric Observatory for Infrared Astronomy.
Okay.
So it's not. We don't see things like an optical telescope. We have to find like stars near our infrared source, and we focus the telescope on a black spot in space.
Okay.
And then we get the infrared radiation through our instrument.
So Sophia views everything in the sky on an infrared scale, on wavelength, right?
That's where we do our research. We do our optical guiding through what you and I see.
Okay. So let's just say, whatever I'm seeing up in the sky, if I can see it with ground-based telescope, you would be able to see that same object in infrared.
Yes.
Okay. So now how
see things you can't see with an optical telescope.
Okay. Now how does that compare to HST? Is Sophia linked? Is Sophia linked with HST?
No, they see out to about 5 microns in the infrared.
Okay.
And we go out to 250 to 300 microns right now.
Whoa. Wait. Are you serious? So wait. You're saying Sophia, which flies at around 45,000 feet, can see nearly 150 times further than Hubble in the infrared?
Yes.
Wow, Nick. Wow. How is that? Yeah. How is that possible?
Because we're apples and oranges. That's how.
Apples and oranges. So I like oranges. It's good in vitamin C. So which one? How big would be your orange, and how big would be the apple?
So actually, both of our telescope mirrors are about the same size.
Yeah. I noticed that. Yeah.
100.
And I absolutely didn't. Go ahead. Sorry.
The instruments they use are different than what we use, and that's really the only difference.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to determine, because I conducted a comparison of the technical specs of HST and the technical specs of Sophia. So, and I know that the Sophia program, well, not the Sophia program per se, but the Stratosphere Observatory platform is older than HST. You guys have just been doing it on different aerial platforms, and it just grew to a 747. That's what I've been doing the history on. But I noticed that the technical specs are almost similar. But I'm trying to wrap my head around, how is it possible you have HST, which is supposed to be 330 miles plus, beyond the exosphere, and you've got Sophia, which is in the stratosphere. You guys are looking far beyond. You're looking through another couple of layers and looking way past HST. And you're able to capture things on a much more, would it be fair to say, a high definition type of quality in infrared?
I don't know about that, but so NASA has HST, they have Sophia in infrared.
Okay.
They have Chandra and X-ray. They have all different observatories to cover all of the electromagnetic spectrum.
Okay.
And if we all look at the same thing, the same object, you're going to learn something different depending on what wavelength you're looking at it.
Okay.
So that's why we have all these different telescopes. We can do things that others can't do, and they can see things that we can't see. So it's a good marriage.
Now, has there been occasions where Sophia and HST are taking the same exact photo of the same exact object on the same day? No.
No. What happens is we put out a call for proposals. As a matter of fact, there's one open right now.
Okay.
And we take all those proposals, and they decide what is the best use of Sophia.
Okay.
And then they award time to those proposals, and we go out, and let's say you got 8 hours of observing time on some star forming region.
Okay.
You might get 3 hours on one flight, an hour and a half on another, 2 hours on one, and
How many platforms are there for SOFIA? Is there just one aircraft?
One aircraft, but we have 7, 8 different instruments that we can use.
Okay.
But we only fly one instrument at a time. It takes about 2 days to change it.
Now,
There's
is SOFIA still based in New Zealand, or is it in the U.S.?
It's out of Palmdale is where the airplane resides, but the scientists are all in Mountain View.
Okay.
And we're having a science seminar, a conference in down by Santa Cruz at the Asilomar Conference Center in October.
Okay.
And that's something you might want to go to.
Silmar.
And and let me see if I can let me get my computer started, and I'll.
Yeah, because and something else that's interesting, because here's the thing. I had been looking at some of the images from SOFIA and HST, and I know this may sound weird, Nick, but I found a comparative photo from a ground observatory, SOFIA and HST, of the M82 supernova. The photo was taken around January 22nd of 2014. Now, hold your oranges apples for this one. They were taken on the same day.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I think I was on SOFIA for that picture.
You're kidding. You were on SOFIA when that picture was taken.
Yep.
So you were on board when the infrared was taken of the M82 supernova on January 22nd, 2014.
Yeah.
Oh man, did I get lucky with you? Did I get lucky with you? Man, thank you so much for verifying that. Is there any way you could actually email me because I get the information online on you guys' site, but a lot of the information is just scattered all over the place, because I'm not even sure if the photos for SOFIA online on NASA are up to date, because I'm getting very limited from HST team. I spoke to people at HST, and here, you want to hear something interesting? Have you ever seen HST in real time in operation?
No.
You've never seen it. How long have you been with the SOFIA team?
8 years.
8 years? Well, here's the thing. Director Bolden was the mission commander for HST when it launched. Well,
right.
And they had the servicing missions. So I had a talk with one of the deputy program managers, and he had been working on the HST team for 25 years, and I was. Are you familiar with the FAI database? Federation Aeronautique Internationale?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know that vast majority of all of the STS missions are on that database, including Apollo and all the Russian launches in other countries, including Phyllis Baumgartner's records on there. So I went searching because I needed to know at what altitude did the STS-31 got to basically deploy HST. And I saw a recent video on JPL, it's on their website, where they show the 2002 servicing mission. And it dawned on me that STS in 2002 was on top of HST. Now, I thought that was actually a weird photo, because it shows the Earth on the bottom, of course, and then it shows the STS shuttle on top of HST servicing it, getting ready to deploy it. And then when I asked the question of HST team members, I said, wait a minute, when I put in the flight date for HST in 1990, it's not there. And the response, was what I expected. NASA doesn't manage the FAI database. But when you put in the servicing missions, most of the servicing missions are there, but 2 of the servicing missions are not listed. Well, here's the kicker. HST launched April 24th, 1990. If you put in that flight number, the year, all of the